Do not steal a car! You son of a bitch! TGIM, lovies. Thank God it's Monday, right? Does anyone ever say that? Thank God it's Monday. It's a new week. It's a dreary day in Syracuse, but I am on my way on my lunch break to take my car in to the auto shop to have my tire looked at because I didn't do that this weekend and it's still deflating. So I just bought these tires. Hopefully it's under warranty or something that can be easily fixed. So I'm gonna use my lunch break to go do that right now. So far having a good day. Had a great workout this morning. I did not get a lot of sleep last night. Well, I got 5 hours, but I have been averaging on 7. So probably gonna be pretty tired by the end of today, but had a good workout. And yeah, I think that's it for right now. Hopefully this tire situation will get figured out. And I guess that's it. So today ended up being my lucky day because turns out it's just a crack in the valve little pipe thing that lets air in and out. So that's a $7 fix. So I think I can handle that. So he's getting the part for me and I'm gonna swing back by and he's gonna replace it later. I am at Price Chopper. I'm just gonna go in real quick. I realized I forgot my tuna fish today. I had a little sweet and spicy tuna fish package. I really love those and I did not eat tuna all prep. I'm gonna run in right now and hopefully grab one of those and then head back to work. I'm super stoked that it was a simple little fix, so worked out for me today. I just bought the weirdest tuna fish ever. Actually, that's not gonna work. You sit somewhere. I don't have a good vlogging car. There. I have to show you guys the tuna fish I picked up. So I got my sweet and spicy hot buffalo style. That one's super high in sodium at 620 milligrams. Yikes. I'll be sitting in the sauna when I eat that one. Okay. Then we've got these kids' creations, which, I don't know, sounded good to me. We've got honey barbecue tuna fish. Random. These all have 14 grams of protein in them. And this is my favorite, bacon ranch. You know you live in the United States when you can buy bacon ranch tuna fish packets, am I right? Like seriously, can you get this anywhere else? This is craziness. But I thought they were kind of fun. All tuna fish is pretty high in sodium. There is some other junk in here. This is definitely not like the most like natural food you could eat, obviously. Sorry, the lighting totally sucks right now, no matter where I go. But I'm not in prep, so you kind of feel bloated like after prep regardless because you're not as lean anymore. So I might as well have some like bacon ranch tuna in my life, you know what I'm saying? So I grabbed those and also grabbed myself, people at work are gonna think I'm nuts, some pickles. These are awesome for dieting. Bread and butter. I like the sugar-free pickles. They're sweet, you can eat the entire container for like 10 carbs. So there you go. Binge on some pickles. And grab myself a Powerade Zero in blue. Just to hydrate, something fun. And that was it. So those are my little snackaroos I picked up at Price Chopper. I am off to work. Back at the gym, guys, and this badass Jeep Renegade's been here all day. Probably shouldn't videotape other people's vehicles, but I just really like it. I like the color. I think it's badass. So, how did Jesus?
What's up?
Being so sweet to me. Why are you being so sweet to me?
I don't know.
You don't know? You look sleepy. You look kind of cute.
I'm tired.
I'm home from the gym. I feel like this hat makes me look
like
like I'm wearing a
crouch.
condom. It's like a condom for my head.
Hat twins. And we match.
Ooh.
We're both
Yes.
wearing gray.
So Jason bought me some gifts, one of which I am wearing. This Tiger Fitness scoop neck hoodie that he made because I love sweatshirts like this. So he got me one with Tiger Fitness on it as a little treat for turning pro.
I still gotta come up with some more
Little
stuff
treat
together.
And then he also got me this other one that I love. And it might, I was like, is this cocky? But I love it. Cause like,
It's so awesome.
it's amazing, right? Like, are people gonna think I'm cocky rolling up at the gym wearing this? I don't even care.
Yeah, who cares?
Because WMBF, like if you look at their website, they didn't really have anything for, they didn't really have
Athletes.
they had one, I didn't really get myself looking any kind of good way before we filmed this, but I at least got out of my gym clothes. Yeah, all they had was one coat that I did not like, and it was like $100. I'm like, I'm not spending $100 on a coat I don't like. So yeah, I get to come home to that little treat.
So basically, WMBF, what you're saying is step your fucking game up. With
Wait,
your
let's not
clothes.
be mean to them.
I'm not.
I'm a pro in their organization. And then we also got Eat Me Guilt Free. Thank you. You guys are killing it in the flavor department. I don't know if this is really where I want this. This is when I do like the gangsta lean.
Gangsta lean?
Should I gangsta lean in?
Yeah.
And you're leaning back?
I'm going to lean back.
Lean back. So they sent me their newest flavor. If you guys follow them on Instagram, you probably know what it is. I'm pretty excited about this because I'm kind of obsessed with all things s'mores.
She's a s'mores whore.
I'm a s'mores whore. And that is what they came out with for their next flavor, is s'mores.
Now, are all these flavors just like limited time?
I think so. I think a lot of them are. I did try the lemon pound cake one. I'd have to say that was one of my favorites. That was
Really?
up there with carrot cake for moistness. So this is s'mores. It just looks chocolatey to me, but it's 215 calories, 6 fat, 19 carbs, 22 protein. This is higher in carbs than the other ones, isn't it?
I don't know.
I thought they were a little bit lower carb. Ingredients are way longer than other
Then what you want to read?
flavors, so I'm not going to read it. Check it out on the website if you want to read it. We will cut this open. I'm going to try a little taste on camera since I can do that now. When do these expire by? Let's check that out this time. Best by 5/19. Ooh, what's on top there?
We gotta move so it focuses. Focus! Focus. That ain't focusing.
I know. But it looks like it's got a little like graham cracker, like marshmallow action on top. Where are you going with that knife, son? I was gonna like cut it equally. I kind of just want the top. Give it a try. Cut a little square off. Still doesn't want to focus on it. That's okay.
That's the dog drinking, by the way. That sound you're hearing. Any opinions yet?
I needed one more bite. I had to choose bite. Sometimes I dance in the kitchen after work while I eat things. That's what I do. And he laughs at me and thinks I'm funny. And that's why I love him. because he thinks I'm funny. You want to try it?
I had like 6 servings of ice cream plus bonus scoops with a spoon, so I'm full.
I'm gonna be honest, all I taste is chocolate. Tastes good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it tastes good.
I've been disappointed with everything s'mores I've gotten. The Starbucks like Frappuccino drinks. I'm like, oh, they have s'mores. It's gonna taste amazing. Nope. You might as well give up. It's not working.
They need to see it.
They don't care. They've tried 3 times. Like,
They're so sick.
Give it up, woman.
It tastes good, but
like we don't want to watch 15 minutes of a blurry piece of cake.
yes, they do. It just tastes like chocolate to me, guys. Still tastes good though. That's my review on the Eat Me Guilt Free. If you can still get the lemon pound cake one or carrot cake, those are my top 2. I haven't met one of their products that I haven't enjoyed, but I just think some are better than others. But s'mores, you guys can check those out if you want to eat me guilt free. I think that's it for right now, right?
Yeah.
That's it for right now. This is how you do Monday night, right? Video game tournament.
Old
Fusion Frenzy!
Super old school.
Has anyone ever heard of this game?
We're playing on the old school Xbox.
Comment below if you have. I don't expect anyone will have actually heard of it.
The original Xbox.
Original.
Original.
It's a word. I just created it.
So Kara's gonna lose, and then she's gonna get pissed because I beat her.
I punch him sometimes. I punch him sometimes when he throws bombs at me. I'm like, don't do that to me. I'm your wife. You're not supposed to throw things at me.
You're supposed to.
So.
Ready?
Born ready, baby.
Born ready to
My
lose.
thumb hurts.
So Fusion Frenzy.
I'm not a gamer.
I know it's blinky and flashy, but this is all we can show you. Kara's the purple chick. Oh shit. Pause it.
Do not steal a bomb! You son of a bitch. This is why I don't carry more than 2.
I just carried 3. Oh, motherfucker.
I'm so pissed off right now.
Orange is
I have
winning.
20 points. I'm not okay with this. Seriously, sucking at life over here. That
Yes.
was horrible. That was horrible.
Look at, bam. Look at me. There's me. There's Kara. What you gonna say about yourself? What you gonna say about yourself?
My husband's a dick. He's supposed to let me win. Alright guys, so I thought being Monday I would talk a little bit about the reverse diet. It's going into week 3 of the reverse diet. Honestly, I have to say, like, week 2 probably ended up being the hardest week for me. I think like week 1, as much as I was like craving food, you were still close enough to the competition that and that stage leanness that it was kind of like easier to stay on track and stay structured. Whereas last week I had my family in town the beginning of the week, and it was really hard for me because, you know, I basically had to pick one day I was gonna do my meal out. So it was either gonna be the weekend with my husband or with my family. So I kind of had to give up doing that with Jason and picking a night with my family. And then my family ended up coming up 2 nights and, you know, asked me to go to dinner both nights. And like originally, when I knew they were coming, I was like, yeah, I won't be dieting anymore. I don't even know why I said that. I knew I was gonna be reverse dieting and having to watch things, but so I had to pick one night and not 2 to go with them. And honestly, I could have just went out and hung out with them, but I was not in the right mindset to be able to sit there and do that and stay on track. So I kind of had to choose, and I did. And ever since that meal though last week, I kind of felt like a little more obsessive over food. Still had my meals planned every day the rest of the week, the work week, still ate all my meals, but then it was like it would come time to come home and I just kind of felt like that panic set in. Like that anxious feeling like I wanted to eat more and like the bottomless pit kind of feeling, but I'm not really sure it was biological. Which during prep I did intermittent fasting and like almost never ate when I came home at night, and which isn't like a habit I'm gonna continue. I eventually would like to be able to eat in my own household on a weeknight, but I just kind of struggled with that a little bit this week after the meal out and wasn't as on point with macros or with my meals. Definitely felt myself on the verge of wanting to just binge my face off, I'm gonna be honest with you. So in an effort to prevent that, going into the weekend, I switched to switching up my meals. Like I didn't want to eat the same food I've been eating for the past 8 weeks. Even though I'm not really sick of it, I still enjoy those foods. I just miss variety of any kind. So I decided this weekend and did that a little bit more. My macros are still low, and they're gonna stay low the more I fuck up. So remember that if you're trying to properly reverse, the more consistent you are, the more proper you're gonna be able to reverse, because your body's gonna respond better. You're not gonna gain fat as quickly. You're not gonna need to stay in a caloric deficit as long. You're gonna be able to move those macros up a bit quicker and, you know, not gain fat as quick. So it's still hard, you know, but this weekend I did that. I added in some variety, tried a few new things out. Definitely was not choosing based on micronutrient value. Like I think on Sunday I didn't eat a single vegetable, and not saying that's good, but just mentally I needed a couple days to not worry about if each meal was gonna fuel my body the best. And maybe that sounds wrong, being a dietitian, but being in this vulnerable state post-reverse, post-competition in a reverse diet, I need to have some variety, and I need to have some ability to eat a Quest bar and things like that. So I think that helped this weekend. One of the things I struggled with this week that made the eating hard, and one thing I will say, I know I had some people reach out to me about binge eating and how to stop it. And the one thing I will say is you really have to dig deep to figure out what the cause is, to figure out what's going on, because there's more to it than you're hungry and you enjoy food and lots of it. There's something more within you that you're struggling with, and you are using food as a coping mechanism. And, you know, I can say that's a behavior I've had for years where I cope with food, whether it's being stressed out or anxious or angry. And you can go either end of the spectrum. Some people cope by not eating. So with binge eating disorder, and I think it's real common to start habits of binging post-competition, and I can see why, because I feel it too. You know, I'm here, went to school for 6 years for dietetics, and I can sit here and say the feelings and the struggles are real. Like, I feel you. I don't love it when you're mid-serious talk and your battery dies. My bad. But so with coming off of a competition, when you're experiencing those feelings, or for anyone who is, you really do have to think about what it is you're going through, what it is that's bothering you deep down inside, causing you to react in that kind of way. And for me, I know this past week, not really this past week, but what I will say generally, because I don't want this to be like a negative channel, and I know some people are like, you complain all the time, but I'm just trying to be honest and keep it real on this channel. For me, I would say during prep, you're so laser focused on that goal. You're so focused on that one thing, you put so much energy and attention to it, that some of the bad things in your life or some of the other things that don't really make you happy, you just deal with them because you're so focused on that one goal that you just kind of manage all the other things, the good and the bad. So what happens when prep is over, the competition is over, maybe you're someone like myself that finally achieves a goal that you've been working for a really long time. All of a sudden it's like, whoa, what's going on? And like I mentioned, you feel a little lost for a minute there, even though I have other goals and my training isn't stopping and I have other things going on, some of the things that I'm not so happy with in my life start to come to light again a little bit stronger. And those feelings were kind of overwhelming. And for me, I think that's when I don't want to deal with those feelings, and I know I'm being very vague and I apologize, but when you don't want to deal with those feelings, for me, I like to bottle things up, not deal with it. And sometimes I just eat. That's my way to cope. It's not the right way, but it's a habit that I have had. So being in this state right now, it's something I've struggled with this past week. So to help turn things around and to be more positive about it, couple things I was trying to assess is like, what is it that's stressing me out, like in my home life or at work, in my professional life. And one of the things in my home life, just as an example, is I feel extremely disorganized because I don't feel like I've had enough time to pay attention to normal things that a normal 32-year-old woman would pay attention to in her home. My laundry, just feeling organized, like just feeling very out of sorts, feeling like mail's all over the place, feeling like I don't even know what's in my purse right now, like I don't know where things are. People have given me gift cards, I don't know where they are. Just like random stuff like that in the back of my mind makes me feel very scattered and I don't like it. But so if you don't like something like that, the quick, simple answer would be to fix it, right? To do something about it, get organized, get yourself on track. And yeah, it's still hard. It's hard to just buckle down and do it. I'm a procrastinator. I would rather just not do it. I'm gonna be honest, I'm lazy. So that's one thing I did this weekend. I knew my laundry was getting excessive. It's springtime, a ton of clothes I just wanted to clean out, get rid of. So it was a project I started. I got rid of like 3 bags of clothing. I got a ton of laundry done. I got a ton of clothes put away. And it really made for that was my little mini goal for Sunday. And it really made for me to be in a better mindset. Not only all day on Sunday, but also going into my work week. And at work, I've set a couple small goals there as well. Things that are outstanding on my part, feeling very disorganized, and really gonna try as hard as it is, because being the management position I'm in, I get so many interruptions. It's really hard for me to work on my to-do list because I have to take care of all the other issues and things that come up throughout the day. And it's that fine line of, setting, kind of making it known that you need your own time, but you also don't want to shut out your employees and not be there for them. So I've got a couple small goals for work that my goal is to achieve them by the end of this week. And I really think focusing on that and still focusing on a couple little things at home, because we're getting things painted and, trying to do some home improvement stuff. And what's the point in doing that if, I've got clothes everywhere and the house is a pigsty. So anyways, that is kind of a couple things I did to just put myself in a better mindset. Maybe you don't see how that pertains to food, but I guess overall it does, because everyone copes different. And for me, when I feel totally overwhelmed by things, overwhelmed by work, overwhelmed by home, and then I don't have this central like goal, this central thing to focus on, this competition to put all my energy into, to feel like I'm checking things off, getting things done, you know, in terms of the competition, you know, that has kind of been eliminated. So it's hard. You can see where you can struggle a bit. So for me, I'm recognizing going into week 3, I need structure. As much as I'm like, it's not fair. I don't want to be structured right now. I deserve to not be structured. Like, it's okay. Like, I can be less structured, and I have been less structured. But there's nothing wrong with being structured. I'm someone that needs it, and I especially need it at this stage of the reverse. So, you know, I'm still gonna keep like a basic meal plan going that I'm gonna adapt and tweak to keep it changed up, to keep it interesting. And, you know, we'll go from there. So I know this was a very long ramble, longer than I had intended. That's the start of my week. So, if you guys have any questions, or maybe you can relate, maybe you have some tips for me, awesome, please do share below. You guys are very inspiring and keep me motivated. So I will keep you updated throughout the week as to how things are going. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. And we'll see, we'll find out. By the time this video is, I'm not gonna tell you to vote, because by the time this video is posted, I may or may not be in the next round. So you'll have to check and find out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the vlogs. I'm getting back to my dietitian talks. So let me know what other topics you'd like to see. And I will be stepping up my coaching game and adding on some more clients very shortly. So thank you all for your patience if you've emailed me. That's it, guys. See you in the next one. Within the body when it comes to protein. So it is crucial. It's super, super duper important. So when talking about protein, you know, we have a recommendation out there, which as a registered dietitian is what you learn when you go to school, which comes from the US RDAs, which the RDA is recommended dietary allowance. So when you search it, or maybe you talk to